LeBron James. Take us through 10 through 8 here, Nick.
All right, so I think some people will be surprised to see LeBron that low. I'll explain that in a moment. For Middleton, if the Bucks win the title, it means Giannis stays and Chris Middleton can potentially go on a little Scottie Pippen 2.0 path where you're a star but not a superstar, but you get the pay of a star. I guess Scottie didn't get that. And you get without all the expectations. Pascal Siakam, if the Raptors win the title, he catapults himself into a top 10 current player and is the best player on a championship team. And by the way, they are the 2 seed in the East. And then there's LeBron. Broussard, I know you're going to say LeBron should be way higher, but if you're already the GOAT, how much does one more accolade mean? When Wayne Gretzky had 8 Hart trophies, the 9th didn't mean that much. He was already clearly the best to have ever done it over Gordie Howe. So LeBron, it would be the first player to be Finals MVP for 3 different teams. He would bring glory back to Los Angeles after an incredibly difficult year for that city, that franchise, and for the NBA. But I think there are 7 people, Broussard, that have more to gain by winning a title this year than LeBron.
You are so wrong. You got LeBron way too low, Nick. All right. First of all, you're the only guy that thinks he's the GOAT, all right, especially after the last dance.
Well, I'm not the only guy.
He needs to strengthen his argument. And a 4th ring, a 10th trip to the finals definitely strengthens his argument. As you said, he becomes the first guy to ever lead 3 teams to a championship. But also he avoids that distinction, that negative distinction of also being the only Laker of his stature never to win a championship with the franchise. Elgin Baylor, but he's not quite LeBron's stature. But all the other greats on LeBron's air won titles with the Lakers. So that's the thing. And here's the thing you're really missing, Nick. This is the biggest. He's in his 17th year. He's 35 years old. He'll be 36 when the season basically starts next year. We don't know. I would agree. I think LeBron will be like a top 5 player next year, but we don't know that. At that age, you fall off quickly. So maybe it's next year, maybe it's 2 years or 3 years from now, but it's uncertain. Kawhi, who you have, we'll see him on the list later, he has more chances down the road to win championship. This could very well be LeBron's last best chance to win a title. So that's what you're missing.
Nick, the worst thing I have to say on this show, Broussard, is to Nick's defense. I'd rather never say that at all. But to Nick's defense, he's not the only one who thinks LeBron's the GOAT after the last dance. They did another poll, and Nick single-handedly took credit for about 26% of basketball fans thinking LeBron is the GOAT. Correct. So to Nick's defense, you're kind of right there, Nick. I think Siakam is fascinating. He would catapult up crazy, Nick. They're playing. They've got a higher win percentage this year than they did last year, but still no one's talking about them. I also think LeBron's got to get to 5 championships, Nick. I know you don't want a ring count, but if he got this one and got another one, then I think that 26% could go up to 40 or maybe even 49%.
Well, I'll be very quick here. First of all, I did leave one thing out, that if the Lakers do win the title, I assume we will get a Last Dance 2. We'll get another 10 hours of Jordan stuff because he's not going to have it. But also, we could have just replayed Broussard's take from a year ago after when LeBron was coming back from his groin injury. Could be tough for the Lakers. LeBron, 34 years old, year 16. Don't know how many years are left for him. Like, people can continue doubting the older LeBron as he continues to do things no one's ever done at his age in the league, but we'll see. But Jenna, what do we have next?
It's true. Just like everyone doubted the older Tom Brady, and as he got older, he actually kept winning. All right, Nick, 5 through 7. Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, and Russell Westbrook. Why these 3?
All right, so Russ, this would be the final piece on his resume. He's won an MVP. He's averaged a triple-double multiple times. He's won a scoring title. He's won an assist title. If the Rockets win the title, he's a top 25 all-time player. Joel Embiid, it would be very interesting for him. It would be finally realizing his full potential. And one could argue, does Joel Embiid become, if they win the title, the 3rd best international player we've seen Akeem, Dirk, Embiid. Akeem and Dirk have been the only guys that are international players to lead their teams, be the best player on a team for a championship team. And then for Anthony Davis, Broussard, it would validate all of the stuff that happened last year. He would follow in